Hey guys, it's Kathy from fabulesslyfrugal.com. Welcome to my messy kitchen today. Hey, I'm really excited to share with you 5 Instant Pot recipes using chicken. Now these are all taste tested and approved by my family, and I've got some picky eaters, so I think you can call each of these a total winner. First up, Fettuccine chicken Alfredo. Now our #1 recipe on fabulesslyfrugal.com is the copycat Olive Garden Alfredo sauce. This is a slight variation of it, and you do it all in your Instant Pot. Super nice to cook the chicken and the noodles and the sauce all in that one pot. Total crowd pleaser for sure. The first thing you're gonna do is turn your Instant Pot to the saute setting, because we're gonna just sear our chicken. So you'll need about 2 chicken breasts. Just make sure they're evenly sized. And you're gonna go ahead and brown those in some olive oil and season them with some salt and pepper, however much you like. And we just wanna sear both the sides till they're golden brown. And then go ahead and set them on the plate. We are not cooking the chicken quite yet. We are just searing it. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and add in 4 cups of chicken broth. I just love the boxes from Costco of organic chicken stock. And then scrape the bottom of the pans to just get any of those little bits of chicken off the bottom. And then you're gonna stir in 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Mix that up nicely and throw in 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, and mix that up. And here comes the fun. We're gonna put in 1 pound or 1 box of fettuccine. So break those in half and then lay them opposite directions. You're gonna just layer them. Just make sure they're covered up with your sauce mixture. Then go ahead and put your chicken right back on top. Now there's a little extra chicken I have there. And turn off the saute and then go ahead and turn your pressure cooker on high. And we're gonna cook that for 6 minutes. And when time is up, go ahead and quick release. We don't want it to sit in the pressure cooker because it will burn up all the steam. And it makes a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Check that out, it's nice and cooked. That chicken's looking great. Go ahead and take your chicken out. And you're gonna just chop that up. Now, you'll notice the sauce looks quite runny right now, but don't worry, it's gonna thicken up as it stands. So go ahead and stir up those noodles. And they kind of cook a little bit more also. And then just chop up your chicken and you're gonna stir it back into your pasta and your sauce. And you can actually do as much chicken as you want. Then you're gonna throw in a cup of Parmesan cheese. You could do more if you want. Stir that up nicely. And then I added 4 ounces of cream cheese, and I just had it cubed up so it'll melt a little faster. And stir that in. And it's looking so lovely. You can see that sauce is thickened up. It's cheesy. The noodles are perfect. Yum. It is so fun to make chicken fettuccine Alfredo right in your Instant Pot. You cook the noodles, the sauce, and the chicken all at the same time. Top it with some broccoli if you want, and you are good to go. Up next, chicken lo mein. Just the right amount of Asian flavorings. And it uses Chinese noodles, but if you don't have those, that's okay. You can use spaghetti or linguine, or in my case, I used thin spaghetti. All right, first thing we're gonna do is get 3 cups of chicken broth. You're gonna put that in your Instant Pot. A 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of avocado oil, a 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of dried minced garlic, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. And go ahead and whisk all of that up. You wanna make sure your Instant Pot is still off so that cornstarch can mix in. Get that all whisked up. Next, you will add 8 ounces of Chinese noodles. Now, I didn't have any Chinese noodles, so I just used thin spaghetti noodles and weighed out 8 ounces, which was obviously half of a box. So go ahead and break your noodles in half and layer those. Just a crisscross applesauce type of layering so the noodles don't stick together. Now, if you need to add a little more liquid in there, go ahead and do that. You just want the noodles just barely covered. Next, you're gonna go ahead and add 1 pound of chicken tenders. Now, I had a little bit more than a pound. And if you only have chicken breasts, that is fine too. You just cut them into 1.5 inch strips. and they will cook so nicely in here. And then I like to add some salt and pepper. And then that is it. You are ready to cook that up. Go ahead and close up your Instant Pot, turn your valve to sealing, and you're gonna cook it on high pressure for 3 minutes. Go ahead and let it just slow release for 6 minutes, and then you're gonna quick release the rest of the pressure. And once that's released, take the lid off and pull out your chicken. Oh, it looks so great. Then you're gonna get a 12-ounce bag of just fresh stir-fry veggies. And I just found these in the salad department, all ready to go. And then leave your pressure cooker on the keep warm setting and turn the lid on and seal it back up. And while you wait, chop up your chicken. And then it's really up to you. You can wait anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to let those veggies steam any way you want them. If you need a little bit longer, just put the lid back on. And here are my veggies. After about 10 minutes, they were just perfectly tender, crisp, and so colorful, and the kids really liked this one. Okay, you ready for the next one? Mississippi chicken. Now you've probably heard of the Mississippi roast. This is a play on that recipe with the chicken, and you put it on some sub rolls with some melted provolone cheese. Oh man, so good. I cooked this one up for lunch one summer afternoon, and everybody in the house loved it. Just a couple ingredients in this one, and it was so easy to throw together and so yummy. Okay, first you're gonna need to grab 1.5 to 2 pounds of chicken. You can either do fresh or frozen. Then throw in 1 cup of chicken broth and then 1 package of ranch seasoning, which I just have the big bottle from Costco, so I just threw in 3 tablespoons. Then your package of au jus seasoning or au jus gravy mix. And then anywhere from 4 to 6 tablespoons of butter. I had a little extra chicken, so I threw in 6 tablespoons of butter there. And lastly, you're gonna grab some pepperoncinis. Now these do add a little bit of heat. You can take them out afterwards. They do add some great flavor, and my kids actually really enjoyed this one. Go ahead and close up your Instant Pot. Now if you're using big frozen chicken breasts like I am, go ahead and cook that for 30 minutes on high. If you're using thawed out chicken breast, you could do 15. And if you're using chicken tenders, you could go down to about 6 minutes. Then go ahead and let your chicken slow pressure release. You can let it out sooner if you need to. And check it out, it smells so good. Set your chicken out and you're gonna just shred that up. I started using my claws, but I find it actually sometimes easier to use a good knife. I will link to that knife, it's my favorite. And I just chopped up my chicken and you're gonna throw it right back in your Instant Pot. Now if you've got picky eaters, you can pull those peppers out before you throw the chicken back in. Now you've got some delicious shredded chicken. You could serve that over rice, over potatoes, but we chose to serve ours on some toasted hoagie buns. I toasted those buns in the air fryer, and then we melted some provolone cheese on top, and oh my goodness, those sandwiches were so good. Up next, a total fan favorite, Instant Pot chicken burrito bowls. Throw those together in minutes, cook it up, stir it up, dish it up, and you eat it. You ready to check this one out? In your Instant Pot, you will add in 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken breasts that are just cut up into 1-inch chunks, and then a packet of taco seasoning. Now, I actually use a homemade taco seasoning blend. I will link to that below. And a cup of chicken broth. And go ahead and stir that up a little bit. Then you'll throw in a can of corn that's drained, or you can use frozen corn too. And then 1 can of black beans, rinsed and drained. And then the recipe does call for 1 small can of chopped green chilies, but my kids actually don't love that in recipes, so I leave that one out. And instead, I just added in a couple tablespoons more of chicken broth. And then you've got a cup of rice and 1 cup of salsa. Now you can stir that up if you want, or just leave it as is. And you're gonna go ahead and set your timer. Select the manual setting and adjust your pressure to 10 minutes on high. When it's done, go ahead and quick release. And when all the pressure is out, take off the lid. And what have you got? You got some yummy chicken burrito bowls. Go ahead and stir that up and then add in a cup or more of cheese. And you are ready to go. You can serve that on tortillas or just eat it as is. Top it with some sour cream and some chopped cilantro. So good on this one. All right, you ready for the last one? How about Instant Pot chicken gnocchi soup? That's such a fun word to say, and it's even more fun to eat. You can literally have this one thrown together in about 10 minutes or less. You let it cook for 20 and then you enjoy it. I've got a link to breadsticks down below if you want to serve some bread with it. Such a flavorful, yummy soup, and the texture of the gnocchi is so good. First thing, go ahead and turn your Instant Pot on saute, and then you're gonna add in a cup of chopped onion, which was about a half onion, depending on the size of your onion, 1 cup of chopped carrots, which was about 1.5 large carrots for me, and a cup of chopped celery, and I had like 6 organic celery stalks for that cup. And then you're gonna add in 5 cloves of minced garlic, or I did about a tablespoon of garlic from the jar, and a 1/4 cup of flour. Sprinkle that in, whisk those together. It actually was easier to use my wooden spoon. Then pull out your whisk and pour in 4 cups of chicken broth. Whisk those together, and then you're gonna go ahead and add 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And then you're just gonna let that cook. So tap on your manual pressure cook high for 15 minutes. And then when it's done, you're gonna do a quick release. And look at all that goodness. Go ahead and take your chicken breasts out, set those aside. You can chop those up later. And then you're gonna wanna set your pressure cooker to the saute mode because you're gonna pour in your gnocchi and you want that to cook up a little bit. So go ahead and drop that in. I found that in the refrigerator section. I had to stir that up a little bit and break those apart. But then I just left them alone for a couple minutes and you'll see they just start coming to the top of the water. It was so fun to watch. Boop, boop, boop. When your gnocchi is done, you're gonna pour in your chicken and 1.5 cups of whole milk or heavy cream. And then 2 cups of chopped spinach. Then you need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Go ahead and turn your Instant Pot off and then just let that sit for about 5 minutes so all those flavors come together. And oh my goodness, this one was so fun to eat. And that's it. How about that for some dinner ideas using chicken and your Instant Pot? It's such a breeze. If you want more Instant Pot meals, check this one out right here. I got you. Until next time, bye.